The things I'd like to show you that are a little bit more intricate and interesting are using the hand and the needle together, or where these things come from. So if we take the example of a technique that's talked about a lot, burning mountain, and given that one of the burning mountain techniques is to needle and then put moxa on top, okay, that speaks for itself. But if we were to use our hands, or a combination of both the hands and the needle, how could we do that? And there's several different approaches to this. The first, we're going to take an example of bladder 23, the kidney back transporting point, because it's used a lot in practice and it's an area where we'd often think about using burning mountain, because we want to engage and strengthen and warm the kidney yang. Okay. So the first way is to simply use the hand, and what is good to remind ourselves, all the needling techniques came from the hands. So if we can do it first well with the hands, then we'll be able to integrate the needle into that much more easily than perhaps we might have realized. So first of all, and you could do this with me, so if you've got, or do it in the air, or do it on a treatment couch or a teddy, or if there's someone, just to kind of get into the idea of it, okay? So come and just, if you bring your palm to bladder 23, your lao gong over the point. And basically this technique has anfa as its root. And all we're doing is applying 3 little inward movements with a little energetic effort and then a relax back. So we're slightly flattening the hand as we move in, and then relaxing into a cupped palm as we move out. And these are fairly subtle movements. In, relax out. So if I did that in the air and slightly exaggerated it for a moment, lao gong over the point, in, relax out. Flatten the palm, in, cup the palm, relax out. In, relax out, okay? Remember those Qigong exercises from the beginning, all of those exercises where you're bringing the palms together that give us good anfa. They're the keys for this kind of work. So bringing the palm, other palm could be on top. In, relax out. In, relax out. So we're gathering the qi. Remember, burning mountain is for nourishing, warming, gathering energy, collecting energy into a place that may be deficient and cold. In, relax. In, relax. So that would be simple burning mountain, just using the palm. And I would really suggest that you practice that for a while before trying it with the needle. Now, if we want to add the needle into this, then first of all, so we just come to the point, tap in, just take it to a place through the Wei Qi level where the needle is standing and not flopping over, so not just into the Wei Qi. Okay, and now there are several things we can do at this level. One of them is just to apply exactly the same technique as we were before around the needle handle. So the needle's in place and we do exactly the same as we just did. So the burning mountain's still happening with the palm, although the needle's in place. And we practice that. In, relax out. In, relax out. And you can see the needle is close to the web between the index and the middle finger. In. And there might be another hand gathering somewhere else, holding points. Relax out. In, relax out. All happening with the palm, needle just in place without us particularly engaging it. So a subtle way of approaching the point. Now, swap and put the mother hand in that same position. And now engage the chi of the point and the needle subtly just by holding the needle handle with the thumb, index and middle finger. Again, the work is done with the mother hand and the needling hand is just maintaining that contact. So we've made connection, but the actual in work is happening with that mother hand. So we're softly bringing the chi into the place, moving it in 3 subtle places, in. Just holding the needle, all the work happening with the mother hand. And you'll start to feel at this place quite a lot of engagement can happen with the chi. Now, what if we engage both hands together? So the hand that's holding the needle becomes involved and the mother hand also follows. So now we're going to use both from the needle and the mother hand moving in, relax out. In, relax out. In, relax out. Both hands are working. The mother hand and the needling hand. In, relax out. In, relax out. The effort, but softly, nothing on the way out, like pulling the chi in, relax out. In. This allows a lot of chi to gather. So you can work into the point without it becoming physically uncomfortable for the patient to receive, but you're gathering a lot of chi in the area.